Hey, it's Uncle Chubbs. In this video, we're going to talk about this continent, the land of Djarna, or pretty much however that is. Pretty much, it's got several countries on the very border of it. The rest of it, the scribble, are forest, and we got three giant lakes. There's a death region. We won't really talk about that. Maybe in a future video, but I doubt it. That's very secretive, which is kind of important. Either way, these countries from this continent are important to this world due to that little mass right there. This is a tropical area, defying climate physics almost. This will experience summer all year round, only as that only season. And it creates this region around it, which is also somewhat affected by that. This whole continent is jungle, very, very dense jungle, hence why the countries are very secluded along the borders of it. And this right here is the most dangerous continent in the world. Not saying that's the most. Not the most. That length right there is the most dangerous place. This is the most dangerous continent. Alright, so we'll start right here. We got Lato. We got Stereo. Stereo, my bad. Stereo. We got Carles. We got Smur. Yord. Oasis. We got Sentinel. Manthers. Turth. Denad. Na. Latorio. And Mufar. And Death technically counts as a country as well, but it's not governed. Now, thing about this place, this is where a lot of people get away with a lot of extreme criminal business. Here, there's almost no law, and where there is law, it's hard to maintain it. Everything that lives within this country is of nightmare, is devastating, overpowered, killing machines. The reason why people are living here is to kind of extort all the resources here from the dangerous aspect and make a lot of money from it. And they're struggling to do that. It takes a lot of control and will to maintain this land. Now, the cool thing about this is it actually has only recent history. A lot of history within the past is actually failed to maintain this land. Very few people have ever lived here. The most population is of current time, and that is still only several thousand people. It only recently became that too, about a few hundred years ago. These places are civilized, but very cheaply done. They're always being torn down, destroyed by creatures and other crazy things. A lot of crazy stuff happens here. Overall, if you ever are here, you best be into crazy stuff. If you are here and you aren't, you best try to get out. Things that you don't want to think about exist here. Things that shouldn't exist here. Things that shouldn't have left the lab exist here. Things that people want to catch and use as weapons and other crazy stuff exist here naturally or sometimes artificially. Now, this place has a lot of resources, a lot of space. I know on the map it's relatively small, but you can imagine that as bigger than Russia most of Europe, Russia, and even China. Actually, I would consider that a majority of Asia and Europe. Even though it's the smallest continent, it's considered bigger than any of our continents. Yep, that's pretty much the idea behind that. Now, this place, there's not much more to talk about without going into extreme detail, so we won't go into a video about this anytime soon, but we will go into a video about it. This video is definitely shorter than the other ones, but hold on, I'm gonna fit this one in there as well. So, down here, this is technically an unclaimed continent. It is lived in by indigenous people and other tribe-like people. There are no countries here, and the only thing that really exists there is a bunch of ice, snow, and things that like it. If you ever want to hide out, great place. Not many people, so if you want to be alone, great place. A lot of space. Overall, there is, from right here, always snow, and from right here is the same. From this range up here, you start experiencing seasons. Otherwise, southern part of it is pretty much like Antarctica, while this right here would be considered like the bottom of South America, or even Africa, or Australia, or whatever you want to call them, compare it to. But yeah. Now, all we have left would be this luscious continent up here. And thank you for watching, and that'll be the end of this video. I'll post more soon.